Hello, Steve Rennick here, and today I want to talk about how a construction worker should make sure they're getting paid for every single hour they're working. I just had someone come in today, a construction worker, who brought me these paychecks that showed that he worked 40, 50, 60 hours a week. But when he's working over 40 hours a week, he wasn't being paid overtime, he's being paid his regular time. And I explained to him this is a violation of federal law. And every construction worker should know what it is the employer is supposed to do and what they're supposed to be paid. A lot of construction workers think, well, if I work 80 hours every 2 weeks, then I'm not owed any overtime. That's not correct. It's weekly. If you work, for example, 50 hours one week and 30 hours the next week, you can still entitle overtime for the 50 hours you worked that 1 week. But a lot of employers, they don't follow that rule. They'll pay you for regular time since, wait, you worked 80 hours in 2 weeks, we don't owe you overtime. That is incorrect. So how do you protect yourself with regard to being paid overtime? Well, first thing is we got to find out whether is your employer keeping time cards or other documentation on your hours. A lot of times you'll write your hours on a time card, sign it at the end of the week, and the employer will pay you exactly what you worked. Most of the time, that's okay, you keep track of it. I recommend you always copy your time card. Take a picture of it with your phone so you know exactly how many hours you're working. But there's a lot of employers who don't do that. What they do is just pay you, say you're working 8 hours a day. They pay you 8 hours a day, even though you might have worked 9 or 9.5. Make sure that you're getting paid the right number and you keep track of your hours. If the employer does not maintain hours, you keep track of the hours. You make sure you're being paid the right amount. And you have to keep track of that yourself. Even though the employer is required by law to keep track of your hours, sometimes you have to do it. Check your paycheck stubs every single week. Without exception, check your paycheck stubs. Make sure that you're not getting underpaid the number of hours you work. Compare the documentation, compare it to the time card. You want to make sure that they're not taking time that you are owed and you worked hard for, and make sure you get paid for it. And keep copies of every single paycheck stub you got. Everything you receive, put it somewhere, put it in a box, because you never know when you're going to need that. I've had a lot of clients who come in and say, I don't have paycheck stubs, I have a direct deposited, and they throw their paycheck stubs. Don't do that. Keep your paycheck stubs. Discuss with your employer if there's any errors. Get copies of any old time records that they have. And of course, if you're not successful, seek legal counsel and make sure you're getting paid the right amount that you're owed. So I want you to think about this. Ever have a question, visit my Florida Construction Workers Facebook group. There's a lot of great discussion on there. And I hope to hear from you soon. And of course, you can always contact me at srennick@protectingtheworker.com.